So there's a crisis happening all across the world right now with student nurses, new grad nurses graduating from their four-year college degree of nursing and being unable to find jobs. Let me tell you, it's not limited to the Caribbean. It's also all across the world in various first world countries. One country that is being affected right now is the United Kingdom. Alex, a final year student nurse, has worked so hard to be a part of the nursing profession, but he is facing the prospect of not getting a job. This was published on July 4th, 2025. And Alex stated that there are simply no jobs. Alex told the delegates at the RCN Congress, and that is the Royal College of Nurses Congress, earlier this year when he spoke about the shortage of roles available to newly registered nurses and how he and his peers can't find nursing jobs. In his resolution, he asked the RCN Council to lobby UK governments, the NHS, and independent social care providers to develop a sustainable strategy to address the shortage of roles for newly registered nurses. Keir Starmer, I need you to listen, that's what she stated, and listen up good. Use us or you will lose us because we can't afford to wait forever, he said to much applause. Following his speech at this Congress, Alex, who is studying in England, said, I am now in £60,000 worth of debt. Let me repeat that. So Alex, at his speech at the Congress, said that we studying in England, stated that I am now in £60 worth of debt. I am faced with having to pay that back and never use the qualification that I have paid for. And I'm sure this is one of many all across the world. Many student members have told us that they are unable to secure a permanent job as a registered nurse after they graduate. This is deeply worrying, not only for those that are newly registered nurses who have worked hard and invested heavily in their studies, but also for those student nurses who are witnessing this crisis unfold and for the health system and the patients. We have heard some really powerful stories about the impact of this and what it is having, and we now need your experience to evidence your experiences, to evidence the full context of this crisis. This will enable us to lobby politicians across the UK and to work with employers to ensure that nursing students are able to find jobs after completing their pre-registration nursing education. We are continuing to call for guaranteed jobs for all our nursing graduates. No, that's the end of the article that was written, and I'm just bringing this to highlight, as we stated before, that there's an ongoing crisis with new nursing graduates who have graduated from their 4-year degree or 2-year program where they got a diploma being unable to get jobs. It is not limited to one country and it is happening globally. The sad thing about it is that these students have invested so much. It's so expensive. The nursing degree is being noted as one of the hardest and most expensive degrees because guess what? I always tell people that nursing degree, it's very lucrative how you are able to apply it. Very expensive because you're in high demand across the world globally. But changes are now happening. Nursing students are not being able to enter the profession because of lack of jobs. There is this thing now that we have been hearing about, which is called visa retrogression, where nurses are being in a process where the visa processing for various countries, especially one country right now, the US, has been on a complete pause or slowed down due to backlogs. When backlogs occur, it leads to less nurses moving in and out of a country, thus hampering that of employment for our new nurses. Many nurses, as a nurse, you may be in your home country right now and looking to countries that you're interested to migrate and realize that there is also a pause on international recruitment. This is happening globally too. Some countries may be having it more than some, but one country so far that we have touched on, which is the UK, student nurses are having problems getting jobs, and we saw the immigration changes that the UK has implemented for this year in cutting back in terms of the social care sector. There has also been evidences and reports of cutting back in international recruitment for nurses also. I'm sure if they have started back as yet, but there is also a decrease in the amount of of nurses that are being recruited. One thing that I can say that aided in the mass migration of a lot of people was the COVID-19, where there was a high increase of demand for nurses, so that supply chain was created. There's always have been a demand, but COVID-19 exacerbated that globally. With COVID-19 now dying down and literally being on a pause, that supply is like on a low fuel right now. But there are nurses all across the world who are still applying, but the process has been slow. Do these countries still have a need and do have a shortage? Yes. But there are so many factors that hamper and can hinder and play a part into nurse migration. Not just with regards to new grads entering the profession. It has a lot to do with spaces that are created in the healthcare system, the budget. Do they have a budget for an opening of a job? And also the strength of the economy in this present time right now. Now you have seen we've been broadcasting and talking all about this, and this is helping to bring our awareness that we can have a global mindset or an opportunity to see what is happening across the world globally. As you can see, my heart, it pains my heart to hear my new grads facing this issue, and I hope we can bring in back programs where we can have new grads being on the job and waiting until they get their license and then moved into a job. But based on how things are right now, many things are being scaling back. But my question is right now, with so many new grads complaining of the inability to get jobs, lack of jobs available, is there a feasibility right now in going into the nursing profession if at the end of 4 years, after working for 40 hours, doing clinicals, not being given a stipend, working every week, have tuition, your food, your rent, and not to mention student loan at the end of the course? Is it feasible right now? And I leave this with you. It is still feasible in this day and age. But guess what? We need to learn how to look at that degree and look at the skills that we have been given with that degree and to turn those skills into money. And that is something that our new grad nurses need to look at. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this global trend that is happening right now with new grad nurses being unable to get jobs. Do you think it is still feasible? I gave my advice, but do you think it is still feasible to go into nursing in this day and age? Let me know in the comment section. And if you're a new grad nurse right now and you want to know various areas that you can apply your skills and turn your degree into something that can make you marketable, book a call with me and click the link in the description below. And if you're an international nurse and you're interested to migrate to any country across the world and you need help, you need a mentor, somebody that can guide you and help you in the process and help you to make the right decisions and not make mistakes, click the link in my description and you can book a call and we can start the process and help you guys to make sure that you make the right process and choose the right country. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys if you stayed at the end of this video and watch it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share it. And stay tuned for another video with Empowered RN.